This is Birkenwasser Knits episode 23, and in this episode I'm going to take you to Jyväskylä Summer Knit Festival. It's now Friday morning and I'm on the train from Helsinki to Jyväskylä, and what I'm planning to do on this train journey is of course knitting. And to be more specific, I just remembered last night that I'm taking the double knitting class tomorrow, and there was some homework to do. So I have my yarn, I have my needles, and the plan for this trip is to get my homework done. So I need to make a little swatch in double knitting, get some, just cast on and knit a couple of rows, so I'm all set for the class tomorrow, but I'll get back to you when I have more progress with my knitting and when I'm in Jyväskylä. So there's going to be the market for yarn and some classes, and there's going to be a cruise tonight, so I'm really looking forward to a lovely weekend in Jyväskylä. Okay, all done with the homework. I have 20 pairs of stitches in double knitting, but I'm done with the homework, and I think I still have like almost 3 hours to go, so I guess I can go back to my other double knitting project that I wanted to finish before this class. So this is the chrysanthemum hat, and as you can see it's not quite a hat yet, but I think I'll have something to do for the next 3 hours. For me, the festival was kicked off with a knit cruise on Lake Jyväsjärvi and Lake Päijänne. And this year, the weather was lovely, as you can see. It was a nice, sunny, almost sunny evening, but it was rather cold. So as you can see, there weren't many knitters sitting outside. So the ship had 2 cabins inside, and most of the people were sitting inside. And it was quite chilly outside. But there was some program. So Tiina was interviewing the knit stars. I think that was Olga Buraya-Kefalian. And then there was Jennifer Steinglass was telling about her designs and her designer career. So it was nice to sit outside and hear them talk about how they started their design careers and what they think about knitting and designing. Then on Saturday I finally made it to the marketplace, and it was full of people, and it was such a nice atmosphere. The weather was nice, so people were outside for most of the day. There was actually some rain in the afternoon, but I didn't notice that as I was in class at that time. But in the morning I went to check out first these Aara yarns, and as you can see there weren't many left by the time I made it to Ilo Yarn's booth, but there were still some left, so I managed to get some. And look what I run into here at the Knit Festival. Look at this gorgeous Liinu Shawl. I love these colors and how they match your hair. It's beautiful. Niin mä vähän epäilin, että mä oon ihan sitä varma. It's gorgeous. Thank you. The nice thing about Jyväskylä Festival is that you can just wander around the festival area and spot the designers sitting there and knitting just like everyone else, yarn shopping, or well, whatever people do at the festival. So everyone can just go and say hi to them, and also it was really lovely to see some of my test knitters and also some people who came to say hi to me. So it was really nice to meet you and see what you have made with my designs, like that Liinu Shawl in the previous clip, and then there was another one. Let's get to that soon. But before that, here are some of the lovely yarn booths, and you can see that people were buzzing around and wanting to buy everything. But I guess there was still something left on Saturday to do some yarn shopping, and I might have bought some yarn also, even if I wasn't going to. Like this Mayak booth, where I spent quite some time looking at these lovely yarns and thinking what would be the perfect one to take home with me and to try. Here's one of my favorites. It's Kässäkerho Pom Pom. This time I decided not to buy anything from them because I have loads and loads of pom-pom yarn at home. But look at that great tote bag. And then here's West Wool, and I might have bought something from here, which you will soon see. So the festival takes place at Toivolan Vanhapiha, the old courtyard of Toivola, and it's really a lovely place to have a festival. It's such a nice atmosphere in the garden, and you can see people knitting and enjoying themselves. And one knitter that I met had made this beautiful alignment sweater. So here you can see her posing with the sweater. So thank you very much for coming to show it to me. So that's all the videos I have from Jyväskylä, and for the rest of the festival I decided to just relax and enjoy and sit and chat and knit with friends, and that's it. So of course there was also some yarn shopping involved, as always. Actually this time at first I thought that I'm not really in the mood for buying yarn. I have so much yarn and I've been just being happy to knit something from my stash, and it's the most rewarding feeling when you can cross something off the Ravelry stash and just say that all used up and this is done. But then I started looking at all the yarns at the marketplace, and I noticed that there were some yarns that I haven't tried before. And I think one of the most popular yarns this year was this new Aara yarn brand by Jonna of Tänään Neulaan podcast and Laura from Ilo Yarns. So at the Ilo stand there were some yarns left on Saturday when I made it to the marketplace. So I just grabbed two of the prettiest ones that I could find, and of course all the greys and several other colorways were gone by then, but I think I got quite nice. This is called Villi, this purple, and Varpu is the green one, so I think I'm gonna make some lovely socks with these two. Then I went on to Mayak stand, and I thought that, well, yeah, fiber is something I haven't tried before, and I thought that, well, I want to get some, but I don't know what I'm gonna do and how much yarn would I need, and I actually took some time to think about it, so I went back to sit and think and do some Ravelry researches, and then I just decided to go with some stripes. So I'm gonna make a striped shawl with these. So it's gonna be quite a small shawl, as I only got 4 skeins. Yeah, but it's gonna be stripes. this is lace weight, so it's gonna be nice little shawl. Yeah. Then one of the booths that had a lot of people around it at all times was this Ruskanlehti, which I have to admit that I wasn't familiar with the brand before, but then I think I saw this colorway called Ruosteinen naula, meaning rusty nail, and I thought that, oh, I need to get some of that. That's a lovely gray with some yeah, I think it's orange and brown and, well, rusty colors. And then I started thinking, well, what would I make with it? And I thought that, well, I'm just gonna get some colors that go with it, and then I even added some mohair. This is the same colorway, but in silk mohair. So yeah, I'm thinking this will be a shawl also. Yeah, let's see. And then my third shopping, this one's already caked, as I wanted to get this on the needles. This is Fru Valvori from Stephen and Penelope's stand. It's also a brand that I haven't heard of before, so something new that I wanted to try, and I was thinking of, I think what made me stop at the booth was this colorway. I think this one is called Come As You Are, and I just had to get that, and then I started thinking that, okay, what's gonna go with it, as this is a twisted or plied merino fingering weight, so I don't have any similar yarns, so I had to get some to go with it. And then when I had these three, and then I started looking at the festival shawl. So this one is the Treelight by Susanne Sommer. So then I wanted to get this on the needles. That's why I have it already caked up. This is just simple brioche and honeycomb brioche. So one color, two color brioche and honeycomb brioche. And it's gonna be a asymmetrical triangle. So that's something that I got started when I got bored with my project that I was working on. But my first festival project was my own design. So this is a Monisto cowl. So it's brioche and it's a Möbius cast on. So I think you can see that it's yeah. It's something you usually want to avoid is twisting the thing when you work in the round, but with this one you intentionally cast on the stitches and then you work from the middle outwards, and it's just one row that goes in an infinite loop. And for this one I'm using, so the original pattern is for DK weight, but I wanted to see how it would work if I do it in merino single and combined with mohair, silk mohair. So this is Barbit silk mohair that I bought from Oslo Strikke Festival, and this is also from Oslo. This is Garnsurs. I don't remember what is the colorway called, but it's a pink with all colors, and then I have this red mohair to go with it, and as it's a two-color brioche, so I have one side is the mohair and the other side is the merino single. So let's see. The thing with the Möbius cast on is that you actually only see how it's going to be once you bind off the stitches and get it off the needles, since it's all just, it looks like this as you make it. But I'm hoping it's gonna be something nice, and also I guess the reason why I got bored with this was not that it's boring to knit, but the thing was that I cast on the way to Jyväskylä, and then I was working on this during the knit cruise the first night, And then I started thinking that the stitches don't really add up. There's something wrong. I have half a pattern repeat too much or too little. And then I started counting the stitches and I realized that I have, instead of 200 stitches, I have 300 stitches, which kind of made no sense, so I don't know what happened there. So I ripped the whole thing, and then on Saturday evening I cast on again, and I didn't get that far that time when I realized that I have 400 stitches, and then I remember that it's the Mobius cast on that actually when you make one stitch you actually create two, and that's why I had double the amount of the stitches. So then this is the third attempt, so third one's a charm now. It seems to be working, but I kind of got bored with it, so I got started with this Treelight shawl. So let's see how that's gonna work out. Looks like I'm gonna have 2 brioche items soon. But then on Saturday, after all the yarn shopping, then it was class time for me. I worked my homework on the train, and then basically we didn't really get that far in class, so this is where I'm now. The first part is the homework. That's just the little swatch, and then basically we just practice to do increases and decreases, and that's not really a lot for, I think we were there for 3 hours. But the last part of it is what he showed us how to do double knitted brioche, so I wanted to try that, so that's something I did after the class. At first it seems I did double knitted ribbing as I forgot to do the yarn overs, but then I think I have the yarn overs as well, so I might need to get a bit further to see that it's correct, but I think I got it now. Let's see if I could do something in double knitted brioche. Maybe I should have tried to work this cowl in double knitting, so that could be something. But I'm still, I didn't get anywhere with my chrysanthemum hat during the weekend, so if I need to do, or get the urge to do some double knitting, I still have that project to work on. So then, on Sunday I just went to the festival place, and I met some friends that I didn't see on Saturday, so I had a lovely day knitting and just sitting. The sun was shining and it was just lovely, and it turned out some of the friends who were sitting at the table, they were also taking the same train back to Helsinki as I was, or well, back to Tampere or Helsinki. So I had some company on the train, so we continued knitting and chatting in the restaurant car on the train. So that was lovely. So thank you all, friends and new friends and old friends. Thank you everyone who came to say hi. It was so lovely. I saw several of my test knitters, and I saw these designs or finished items from my designs that people wanted to show me. So that was really amazing to see everything that you have created with my patterns, and it was just such a lovely weekend. So thank you, Dina, and all the organizers and volunteers for making it such a great festival again, and I'm looking forward to next year as always. But that's all for this episode, and I'll see you for the next episode. I'm going to talk about the Deshane top that I have recently finished, so you'll get to see that, and I think I'm going to take you to Malta in the next episode. So see you then. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, so you'll be notified when the next episode is live. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.